Michigan Backcountry Couple and co-hosts, Canadian native Colleen Kuehl and American husband Johnny Kuehl. I'm going to say Johnny B. Kuehl since I know that now. Make no claim to being professional outdoor adventurers. However, both in their 50s have an amazing enthusiasm for paddling, backpacking, camping, and overlanding. They also find a great deal of pleasure simply sitting around a campfire, sharing a beverage with old friends and new friends alike. Their show, Backcountry Couples, airs on YouTube. And with that, welcome to the show, kids.
Well, hey, y'all.
Right on. Welcome to the show, kids.
Happy Thursday.
Free Friday. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. It should have been Friday like three days ago.
I know. We had a short week last week, but I feel like, I don't know, this week has been kicking our butt for some reason. But it is Backcountry Couples.
It is.
It is.
It's a good day.
It's a great day. And I'm Colleen.
I'm Johnny.
So welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in our third season of Backcountry Couples. So very excited for that. And we've kind of scaled it back a little bit. So this is episode 9. And we're excited to share that with you. Yeah. So thanks for showing up. Thanks for tuning in. All that awesome stuff. Last show, we had Geezer Adventures with Sydney and Justin.
Those two were fun.
Stop it. They were so great.
I
know. No, they were so great. They had a lot of fun stories. They've had a lot of great adventures that they've done.
Oh, yeah.
So many more in the books that they're going to be, or in what they want to put in the books, rather. Sorry. So that's exciting.
Don't be sorry.
I didn't say I'm sorry.
You said sorry.
Sorry. Right. So excited for that. But be sure to check out their channel. So they have all their socials and stuff too, some YouTube and Insta and Facebook and whatever, but they have lots of great things going on. So we are excited for that. We're in the month of March, which is wild. We only have a couple more.
March Madness of hockey.
Well, you might have the sport mixed up, honey. Just saying.
No, it's just
being the basketball
round
girl
thing.
Right
no,
here,
that's
right?
that's not a sport.
Right. Basketball? Shush. Anyway, we'll talk about that later, you and me.
Yeah, put those guys on skates and see how they do.
That's a true story. We do have to thank our sponsor. Oh, hey. Mickwick.
Right there.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mickey Wick.
Let's do it. All right, what do we got? So Mickwick has sponsored us for 3 seasons in a row. And even
Absolutely.
And even before we started Backcountry Couples, we've just had a great relationship for the last 3 years rather, and it's been great. So we not only obviously love their Firestarters, right? And we've had the opportunity to, we can talk about the ones that we gave away.
Oh yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, I know. We got to replenish.
The cupboard's getting bare.
It's empty. So they make some wonderful things. So Firestarters, which we absolutely love and 100% promote. Really? That's fine.
Look at that. 8 ounces of Applewood lightly smoked medium roast coffee, baby.
The best.
The
so good.
Coffee around the campfire taste that just
I know. We're excited for this. It was really nice to share those out as well. So they come in 2 sizes, which is wonderful.
3 ounces and 7.
And a 7.
Sorry, not 8. My bad.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all good. And obviously they're known for their Firestarters, which are right here. So they're all natural. Right? They're lightweight.
Red,
no
white,
tinder
and blue.
needed.
Red, white, red.
Red, white, red.
Red, white, red.
What's the what?
And a bonus.
And a bonus one. So this is our Backcountry Couples bonus pack, party pack, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And
every one of our guests gets one.
They do.
You want to be a guest? You want one? You know who to call.
Right on.
But
absolutely.
You go to MickwickFires.com if you want swag, you want Firestarters,
right.
You want coffee.
Come on.
Boom. Use the code KeelQuest.
Yeah.
You get 15% off your entire order.
You do.
Every order.
You do, which is really awesome. So there is a lot of good stuff they have to offer.
Guaranteed not to disappoint.
No. Before we get going, I want to actually just who's in the chat? Let's have a little peek and see who's in there, or shall I do something else first?
Slow your roller, Keel.
Actually, let's do this first before we go to that. You can click on that if you want, honey.
Can I?
Yeah, do that.
Oh, gee,
but thanks, I was going to say this is the February and March in our world is outdoor adventure season. Okay. Outdoor adventure show
season and planning season.
It's crazy. So February was Toronto show.
We did not attend.
We did not, but we've got The first weekend in March was the Quiet Adventure Symposium.
We attended that.
And then we just came back from Madison, Wisconsin, which was Cornucopia.
The largest paddle extravaganza in North America.
We didn't get a chance to talk about QAS because we hadn't gone there on our last show. It was a bigger show this year. Lots of new vendors.
A lot of rabbits.
The rabbit, it does coincide with the rabbit show because they share the same pavilion.
Thousands.
We had an opportunity to see some fabulous presenters for the first time.
Yeah, we saw
Hap Wilson.
Saw
so
Cliff,
that was exciting.
Saw Camper Christina.
And yeah, so all those three actually no, Cliff is not a Canadian, but those two. So we got that. That was awesome.
Cliff's on our side of the fence.
And then we had Cornucopia. What a different time this was.
Yeah, we got some new product out there. What else? I mean, model bands, great company. I like the bands.
We're excited to share that with you a bit more. So John got a whole bunch of different sizing, and they're glow in the dark. Like it's just they're cool. So we're gonna do a little video and kind of how we are gonna use them and stuff like that. I think too, right?
Yep. We picked up some syrup from a new place.
We did. Yeah.
Have not tried it yet, Tim. It will. It's maybe this weekend.
I tried it like at the thing.
Oh
at
yeah,
the
we
show,
were doing shots,
which was fun. We weren't doing maple syrup shots.
Yes, we were.
Well, I mean, I guess I was more like licking it, but yeah, sure. It was all good.
It was amazing.
It was all good. It was awesome. It was delicious. It was amazing. But we got to present.
Yeah.
It was outstanding. I'm telling you right now. First of all,
good turnout.
It was a great turnout. Cornucopia did a great job in execution of the show. Like it was the best communication that I've ever responded with or had to deal with. They were on the money. There was a lot of support. It was just A1, honestly. And then the vendors were great.
Everybody was super, super cool. I mean,
yeah.
I wish I had a few $1,000s, but
yeah, right. I mean, we weren't in the market.
New paddles, canoe,
yeah, right. We weren't in the market for any of that, but we did get a couple of new things from some new vendors that we'd never met before, which was awesome.
Right. So the freeze dried hummus.
We got the freeze dried hummus.
That's really tasty. Can't wait to show you a review on that because we're going to utilize that in the backcountry.
We are.
Just add water.
I know. And there's like recipes and stuff that she gave us too. So that's kind of fun.
Right.
And again, Mickwick gave us tons of swag to give out at the end of our presentation. And we asked some great questions to, kind of get the party started a little bit to get the giveaways going. One of the questions we asked was,
what's Canada's national sport?
Okay. In the comments right now, what is Canada's national sport?
We'll do an impromptu. If you guess the right answer, we'll
send you some. If anybody guesses,
I'll send you a Mickwick.
First person guessing it right. What is Canada's national sport?
No
come on, people. Come on.
Give a chance. You just asked. All right. Tim, you win.
Super good gets it. It is lacrosse, not hockey. Not hockey. Everybody. Soccer. I love it.
Saying A.
Good job, Dustin. No, hey, but lacrosse. Yeah.
That's a good guess.
Anyways.
All right.
Tim, super good. We will make sure that you get some for sure.
I got your address.
Right. So anyways, that was really awesome. We loved Cornucopia. We did post a quick little video. If you have a chance to go check it, just to kind of get a feel for it, I think you're going to love it, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The other is we posted a video a couple weeks ago on our journey to purchasing property in the UP. Another little sneak peek is going to come for you the next few days. So keep an eye out for that. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And if you know a backcountry couple or you are a backcountry couple, okay, reach out. You can on Instagram, on email, YouTube, whatever works for you. Just say, hey, here we are. And if you love what you see, you can hit the thumbs up here. You can not hit the thumbs up. We really don't care. It's all good, right? You want to hang out and subscribe, you can do that too, which is fun because we've been doing these live streams every couple of weeks now for this season, and it's worked really great for all of us and our guests to kind of get in and be involved. So thanks for everybody who shares this out and for everybody who tunes in and kind of sticks around. So let's see who's here tonight now, honey.
In a minute. And if you have a question in the chat for our guests, make sure you put question with a capital K.
I don't know.
All caps.
I don't know.
Well, so okay.
Okay. Is it going to be one of those shows?
Boy, there's going to be I see a rerun of freaking you know what I'm talking about. Pow, zoom right to the moon.
Let's see who's here, honey. I love it.
In the chat.
We got right from the very beginning.
Doc.
From the very beginning.
Mr. Doc Watson.
Wait a minute. Let's just say. So he said he's heading to the White Mountains.
For little forest therapy.
Which our guests a couple of weeks ago, they went to the Whites, which is awesome. So that's really cool.
SV
James.
Raven
So he's probably in work, but hey, nice to see you.
Checking in.
Tangent and Eli. They're going to Ouachita.
Ouachita. Bless you.
Yes, they're doing that trail. So I'm excited to follow that. That's
Saturday.
Awesome.
Tim
is in the house.
Paul.
Justin to win. Mark,
Justin,
hey. I love it.
Adventure Anywhere.
Stacy. Hi, Stacy. I'm glad that you're doing well, hon. And yes, we did send you a little get well message in our last video.
Mm-hmm.
John's mom. Hello. Doc has some Mickwicks with him for the weekend. Good. He's so good. He's the best.
He's awesome.
Yeah. What else do we have? Adventure Anywhere said soccer for the thing. No.
Oh, Canadian.
Well, hi. Hey, nice to see you.
Hello.
Love that. Howdy, everybody. He's having dinner listening in, so we appreciate that.
We just literally scarfed down
really
dinner. I was
awesome.
Flew in here the seat of my pants to get back to the show in time.
Yeah, he was like kind of rolling in hot here, but it's all good. All right.
It doesn't matter. Every time we have a show on Thursday, it's just like I
always
try to schedule perfectly. No, someone has to have something break, and it's like, oh, can you go fix this real quick?
I know. But it's all good.
I'm a nice guy.
You're all here, honey. Let's get this party started because we have lots to talk about tonight.
Rock and roll.
I'm
on with the show.
Right. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
We have Michigan in the house.
Whoop. Go Blue.
There you go.
Big Natties. That's national championship for all you people that state below us.
There you go. I love it. All right. So
cheers to that.
There you go.
Hey, speaking of which, St. Patty's coming up.
It is going to be. We could talk about that later for sure. But yeah, our backcountry couple tonight love to travel. They've added the hobby of overlanding to their life and decided to create the game Radio Chatter to build relationships on the road. It's a conversation starter with questions relating to camping and adventure travel, plus just a straight up deck of playing cards. And when I was going through some of their stuff, I found a little motto because I'm a motto girl, and I don't think it's theirs, but it was on one of their stuff, and I love it. I'm a motto girl. I do. I just love that kind of stuff. Are you ready? I want to be heard, but leave no trace. I want to be seen, but take no space. I love that. So welcome from Radio Chatter, Paul and Bethany.
Space.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, it's our pleasure. By all means.
Curling. Boo.
I thought I had it.
I said hockey, so
You said hockey.
I did say hockey.
There you go.
I mean, why wouldn't you think curling, man? A case of beer on a Friday night, man, you can do that all night long.
Ice fishing.
And curl? Have you guys ever curled?
Yeah, I've curled.
Yeah, it's fun. It's so fun.
Right.
He hasn't done it yet. We have to get him out there to do that. So I'm excited for that.
I know there's a curling facility just right down the road from her mom's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back home in London, Ontario. So yeah, awesome. So this is fun. So thanks for taking the time to come out and hang out and chat and all that cool stuff. And then when John was like, "Yay, go blue! Yay, Natty!" Are you go blue or are you green?
We just put Go Blue
We
up.
had
We just put it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're ready.
Good deal.
I love it. So we always love to share how we got to know you. First of all, I can't believe that we haven't met you yet, which is so crazy. Because I mean, we've been like linear, I feel like, in a lot of the things that we've done, but we just never connected, right? Never.
Yep.
And we saw your article. Not an article. It was like not an article. It was like a little advertisement first. I think you had in Northology magazine, and then you had a great article in it. I think it was in December. And then you beat us to the punch. We did like a hey shout out. So if you are a backcountry couple or if you know one, and you were like you'd love to come on the show because we were like we want these people on the show,
right?
And here you are. So we're like yes.
Dun,
So
dun, dun.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, where'd you all meet? How'd you guys meet up? Let's rephrase that question.
You can do this one.
I was debating if I should say Craigslist. No, we met on eHarmony.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
Craigslist.
No, we met on eHarmony, and then like Paul told me a story that he was telling his brother about how we met, and then he made the joke about meeting on on Craigslist.
No,
But
we met online 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years ago. We're
Nice.
celebrating
Awesome.
our 10th year wedding
Wedding.
anniversary this year.
Very nice. Congrats.
Congrats.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah.
You're welcome. That's amazing. Who's that? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Is that us?
Big thing, Tim. You touching a mic or anything?
It sounds like Morse code. It's all good.
That was weird.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Well, it could be weather. I mean, we're having weather over here, so.
I know. They said it could be a possible tornado.
Oh,
Ooh.
I know. We're like, what? I know.
there's
It's crazy.
been a lot more in Michigan than I remember. Like we
100%.
had like 3 weeks ago, we had a tornado touchdown within like 20 miles of us.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah, there's one up in, I think there was one near Grand Blanc.
It was
Yeah,
Grand Blanc.
Grand Blanc.
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay.
Oh.
So first of all, we love to support small businesses. Like that is our jam. Like when we see
Mhm.
anybody who's got a startup or whatever that looks like.
Mhm.
So we wanted to thank you because we are going to talk about Radio Chatter tonight, but we did reach out and we got one of your deck of cards. We're excited for that, the Radio Chatter game. And we got stickers because there's two of us. We had to get two stickers.
Absolutely.
Thank
But
you.
I don't even care about this. It's this.
I love that. Yeah, that's everybody's favorite.
I don't know if you can see that. So their son Jacob, he said, to Colleen and Johnny in beautiful penmanship. So I thank you for that. That was just the cutest.
That was very cool.
I know. I absolutely love that. And so were you guys both outdoorsy growing up? Was the question?
Yes.
You were.
Yeah.
How about you, Bethany?
Yeah, you start.
I grew up, my dad had a pop-up camper, and so we would go camping every summer.
Nice.
And my aunt and uncle had property in White Cloud, or still have property in White Cloud. So like every summer we would go there for at least a week and hang out and swim in the river and float and just play and stay, just run around like maniacs all day under the sun. And then, it was outdoorsy. I majored in geology in college, and so I did a lot of stuff outdoors. And then
So great.
first, a lot of my initial jobs were like outdoors and doing stuff, working out in the outdoors again. So yeah, I just spent a lot of time camping. We've camped. We took our son camping when he was 8 weeks old, was his first time camping.
So
in White
great.
Cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've gone camping every year with him. And
She rocks.
yeah,
I was gonna say,
yeah,
I'm
it's the
gonna say
shit.
that. Watch the chat because they're all
Yeah.
crazy and I love them to
Yeah.
best. The
Yeah.
best.
So
What did you
just
say? I love you all. Yeah.
yeah. So I spent a lot of time camping and doing outdoorsy stuff. And I'll let you talk to your part.
Yeah, I'm the same. My family, like most of, if not all of our vacations, mostly growing up, was camping. And we did a lot of rustic camping, like where you have to like boat into the location or hike in, or like we did a lot of that stuff.
Where was all of that stuff?
What's that?
Where was all of that stuff?
In northern Michigan was most of it, but
I was,
Oh.
I know I haven't got to that
that'd
spot.
take
We
forever.
also did a lot of stuff in northern Ontario, and she's trying to get me to say it, but it's a family secret, so we don't say where we used to go.
Oh.
You
Perfect.
should just be excited about Canada.
Yeah, no, it should
Shout out
totally
to
be.
Canada.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all our vacations were, and so when we met, it worked out really well because we both love just being outdoors, hiking and camping and all that. So that's been kind of foundational to all of our stuff.
100% it is. That
Very
is
cool.
so great. And then you just build on that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Well, we got one quick question in here.
Already?
Dustin asked a question. What was your first camp trip together?
Ooh.
It was Salmon Slam.
Yep. Yeah.
That was like that was also like the first time that I met your family. It was gonna be the first time I met your family, and then we happened to be driving near your family's house, so we stopped in to meet them ahead of time.
Yep.
We went. It was up in
Glen Arbor. Was the first camping. Yeah. I used to. You guys were talking like canoes and stuff. I used to do a lot more like kayak fishing.
Sure.
And like I think it was like the Michigan Kayak Association. I don't know. It was like something on Facebook. They used to have what they called Salmon Slam every fall, and we'd go up in Glen Arbor and try to fish kayak off of Lake Michigan.
What?
And then if it was too crazy, we'd just go inland where they're coming like inland. But yeah, we would kayak fish right off and camp there. And then that was the first place. And I caught a big salmon.
Yeah, that was the only year you caught a salmon.
Yeah, and we fried it up fresh.
Was that dinner?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
Best fish.
Maybe a
I don't like salmon, but fresh salmon like that was good. And
That's
then
awesome.
so that was our first camping trip together. And then so when we got married, we wanted a small wedding. And we settled on I remembered standing on the beach at Glen Arbor and looking out into like the bay and seeing like hotels. And I was like, what if we got married at that hotel that was like on the shore? We didn't know what it was. I went to Google Earth and I found the homestead. So we went there and we booked everything. We get up to the homestead like the wedding weekend. And it was a small, like less than 30 people. We walk out onto the beach and look at it. And I looked to the left and I was like, there's the hotel that I thought I was booking. But the homestead was absolutely beautiful and it was perfect. And we're actually going up there this summer as a family trip. It's part of our anniversary.
Super
So
nice.
And to celebrate your anniversary. Yeah, that is so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Here we go. Super good. Said obviously Ontario has rubbed off on you. Oh
yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh gosh. So before we really get into everything, you guys have a YouTube channel, which you just started, I believe. You're on Instagram. You're on Facebook, right?
Yep.
We have a website.
Yep.
Did I miss anything?
No, it's mostly the website and Instagram at this point.
And then all that. Yeah. Okay. So everybody make sure you go to their socials, check those guys out right now, which is awesome.
Yay.
So let's get into it. I want to talk about travel and some of the trips that you've done, because you've done some really fun things and a lot of the same things that we've done. We're just like, oh my God, these are our people. I just love this. So you guys started adventuring, right? Like anybody else, and you had your first little, camping trips together, right? But y'all don't start out, with the overland setup, right? I mean, you were starting out camping like this, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right?
That was not too long ago. That was during COVID.
Yeah.
When we were considering
a trailer,
trying to get out of the ground tent scene. We borrowed a trailer to
borrowed my dad's trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That thing was bigger than
one of those A-frame
Is
units?
that the A-liner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It was cool. So we ground tented our whole life, right? That was fine. We did it like out of that truck. We did like an actual overlanding trip with a ground tent. Like it was fine. And then having Jacob, we always arrived to camp, like at dinner time. And like, it was just, okay, who's setting up the tent? Who's getting dinner ready? Who's watching Jacob? And it was just, we're like, we need to make this faster. Mm-hmm. So naturally we thought trailer.
Yeah.
Because that's easy, right? And so we borrowed this, and I hate hauling trailers. It's just not my thing. And we were just like, what else could we do?
We also live in the city, and so we have limited storage. And then we're like, well, we don't want to, if we get a trailer, we're not going to pay to store it somewhere, because then it's the hassle of having to go get it's added expense. We have to go and get it. And then are we going to really use it as much as we think we're going to use it?
Yeah.
So welcome to our world.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we do.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So, and then we were looking too, and he's like, we are not going to buy a new house because of a trailer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So you have some good trips with that, right? Like that gets you going and gets you organized, like kind of what you want to, keep or not keep, or what you want to utilize. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But now you've got this stuff going on because you've got your Chevy, right? So you're kind of working with that.
Yep.
And then now you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's a sweet setup. So tell us what you got going on there.
Yep. All right. Yeah, this is my baby. So this is the camper is an Alucab canopy camper. If people haven't heard of it, it's from South Africa. It's all aluminum.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It's imported by OK 4-Wheel Drive out of New Jersey. That's where I got it, and then they distribute it throughout the country. It's essentially a rooftop tent on top of a normal truck canopy, but there's just a hole in it. So that means you can stand in the bed and get into your tent. So there's no ladders, no nothing like that. And so the whole inside cabinetry was designed and fabricated by me because it's just the truck bed. And so it's like a blank slate platform to build upon. So we have everything solar, full power, propane, water, everything we need. And we love it.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So then wait a minute. I missed that. That's what that was.
Yep.
So do you have I know you have a big door kind of thing off the back of the truck, right? Because that's where the kitchen is.
Yep.
And then you climb in that way. And then,
you just step like on the countertop that's in there. It's not really a countertop like for cooking, but you step on it and then you're in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
perfect.
And then if you want extra headroom, the platform the bed folds down flat. But if you want more headroom, you can push it up, and then it
follows the same wedge contour as the roof.
It's 5-6 feet.
Oh, okay.
We're
that
both
is really
6
cool.
feet tall, and we can stand in there comfortably with the bed pushed up.
Yep.
I had not even I missed that 100%. Is that the OVS awning on there too?
No, that's an Alucab awning. It's a 270 awning, like the Batwing that goes 270.
Yeah.
So like when we were, trying out the camper and all this, I was going to just go the rooftop tent option that most people go. We already had a canopy.
Sure.
And she really said there's several things that she didn't like. One, the ladder.
And having a small child.
Trying to get up the ladder. What do you do?
Yeah.
And then, as we started going through it, it's like, well, you always drink too much and you got to get up and pee in the middle of the night. And you're trying to do the ladder. And then where do you put your clothes? And where do you put your shoes? And as we thought through it, we're like, ugh. Like this doesn't really fit us. And she saw this originally and was like, this is what we need. I wasn't convinced. I still like the rooftop tent and all that. And then I went and spent some time with some people that had it and then came home and was like, no, like you're right. We need to do this thing. This is what we need.
And he was so pumped and he was all excited and he was measuring stuff on the truck and figuring it all out and ready to purchase it. And I said, that's great. And I was like, will it fit in our garage? And he went and measured.
We got a bigger garage door. We had to get a bigger garage door, but it fits.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So
But
there
a
was
little
minor revisions to the home.
Yeah, we didn't have to buy the new home for this one, but we did have to modify the home to get it.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like that was a good choice.
Hey, I mean, it's nice. You got a little built-in mudroom, before you jump into bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have
that's actually true.
Paul made a bed for Jacob. So we put wood boards down across the cooler or the fridge. And then we have a air mattress, like a toddler air mattress that we blow up and put on top. And he's small enough that he can sleep the width. And I think when he's too tall or too big or doesn't want to sleep in that anymore, we'll get like him his own little tent that he can go and pitch on the ground and we'll sleep.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome.
And you said it's all aluminum?
Yeah, it's all aluminum. So
That's
it's
nuts.
I mean it's lightweight because it's aluminum. Now we've added a lot of weight to it, but it does help that it's all aluminum. And it's not the kind you put in the bed, where you get to camp or in the bed of the truck and you get to camp and you can jack it up and drive away. It's not that. It sits on the edges and clamps down just like a truck topper. So you get the whole space of the truck bed, but also you don't have any of the weight of the stuff that goes in the truck bed. So it really, I mean, for what we do and the overlanding and all that, like it works perfect for us.
This sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Jacob's probably, does he love it?
He does.
Oh yeah, he actually getting to camp.
Well, and even like we've had a couple warm days in Michigan, like some false spring days.
Yeah.
And Paul had the truck out and he was like airing it out or doing something. And Jacob was just all over it, climbing up and down,
playing up there,
setting up his guys. And then like he's even like, can I eat dinner in here? And so we brought dinner out. And he loves
that's
it. And,
cool.
and like it's kind of the envy of the neighborhood too. Like we found out last year at our black party that some of the dads were like, hey, you know what? Every time I think of you, Paul, when you pull up with your camper and you just back out the driveway and you don't have all this other stuff to do, you just like, F you, man.
That is crazy.
So cool. And so
that's awesome.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
We've had some nice trips and stuff with that though too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're lucky in here to we haven't been there yet. Up in Michigan to Drummond Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Like that's a truck because we just got our Nissan like in the end of last summer and we had a Subaru before that. But this is Drummond Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's fun. My mom actually invited us on a trip a couple years ago.
Okay.
And it was before we might have had
the truck, but not the camper.
Yeah. And Paul was kind of dabbling in like overlanding or like taking or off-roading with the truck. And so we didn't know anything about Drummond Island and found out more, and he found some trails to explore. And every year I think 3 times we've gone up there now.
Oh, wow.
3 or 4 and explore more trails and go different places. And like this last time it worked out because my mom will rent like a cabin. Yeah. And the cabin she rented only had like 1 bedroom in it. And we're like, oh, it's fine. We just slept in the truck and it was great, you know, and then, but it was nice because it's like we were sleeping in the truck, but then we could go in the house to eat and shower and have all the amenities of a house. And very convenient when you can easily just, you know, pack up your sleeping quarters with you.
I agree.
And this Drummond Island was good this past year because she did all the driving.
What?
Yeah. So this was like she wanted to get more experience, and we did a lot. Not the most technical stuff on Drummond Island, but we did some fun stuff. And she would prefer to drive than to spot me. So
I'm not there yet because he would quiz me. He's like, what are your lines here? And I'm like, this is what I do. And he's like, yeah, that's nice, but I would go over here. And I'm like, all right, I'm not getting it. So I'm still like terrified of like doing some serious damage to the truck.
I agree with you.
So I think that's my biggest part of holding back. But it was fun because like last year, almost a year ago, we were on a different trip and I told Paul, I was like, I want to learn how to do this because when we met, I had all of my own camping gear. I could car camp. I could, set up my own tent, I could do set up, tear down, plan everything. And now I don't know how to do any of that. And so he like showed me how to air down the tires and started letting me drive, not letting me, but like I would drive. Well, I didn't. So I started driving more.
And some of those trails, especially Drummond Island, is like super technical.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's really good. And I didn't get a picture of it, but I saw on one of your things, you had a little hat that said, "Not my first rodeo."
Yeah.
And I was like, I love that cap. That was so cute.
Yeah. So, I mean, some of it too is like when we got into overlanding together. And so we got the truck and it was like, I'm going to let Paul figure this out. It doesn't make sense for both of us trying to figure this out. So figure out the truck and what it means to be in the different gears and using the lockers or not using them and all of that stuff. And then once he got comfortable and it's like, okay, you can teach me. And it's been fun. It's a great relationship tester. And I would say that he's a very good teacher and very calm. And I have complete trust in him and giving me directions on what to do.
Aww.
So that's the only nice thing I'm going to say about him.
I love it. And then another place that you guys have gone to, which I would not even think of being an overland place, is West Virginia.
Yes.
That's where we are.
Seriously. First of all, stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tell us about West Virginia.
So I think it all started with during COVID and Paul going down his YouTube rabbit holes and finding overlanding. And we started watching Mountain State Overland videos.
Right.
Okay.
And just really liked their videos, and what they were like, that looks like a lot of fun, and and just really enjoying it. And then Paul was like checking out their website, and they're like, do they do guided tours? And so we went on our first trip was a guided tour with them. And so every year we've gone on at least one, if not multiple trips with them. And they're actually the ones that gave us the hat of not my first rodeo. Because
good.
What's the name of the company again?
I have it right here.
Mountain State Overland, or MSO.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Because I've never heard of them before.
Yeah.
So what do you get? What do you get when you go on a guided trip?
Yep. So, so when you go on a guided trip, it's usually 3 days. Like you meet up Thursday night, you do all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then Sunday usually you head out. So it's mostly based in West Virginia, because that's where they're based out of.
Yep.
And so it's just they teach you kind of some of the ropes, how to use your vehicle. A lot of it's just meeting new people, getting to see the beautiful state of West Virginia. Like it honestly is amazing. One of the things I love, it seems like every windy road in West Virginia is followed by a winding river.
I can tell you.
Wow, that sounds nice.
But so it's beautiful, and this is the Experience Learning Center. It's a private campground and on Spruce Mountain, but
gotcha.
It's called Experience Learning is the company, and they do Girl Scout events and Boy Scout, and so Mountain State rents that on a lot of their trips, and it's a great view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful out there.
That's really nice.
That's a possibility.
That's interesting. And then the other thing, because I had never heard of them before, they, like you said, they do teaching skills. So you guys, they were doing like recovery, like lessons and stuff like that too.
So that's so I'm currently what they call guide in training for Mountain State Overland. So I'm joining their team as one of their guides. Okay. And so this past weekend I was in Virginia with them, and we were doing recovery training and also CPR training and wilderness first aid training.
The best. You got to have that.
Yeah. So they're looking to expand their team. There's a couple of Eric and Jason are the main guides, and there's enough demand that they were looking for some more people. And I've been on enough trips that I was like, this sounds like fun. So
you're going to maybe branch out here in Michigan?
That's a good question. We have not talked about that, but that would be cool. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But hopefully with more people, we can do more, branch out further. That'd be cool.
Yeah. No, I think that sounds amazing. And then what's your biggest trip you guys have been on?
Probably our biggest trip was Iceland, but that wasn't necessarily overlanding. It was just driving around the island and in a Volkswagen
camper van.
And that was in 2017.
Yep.
It was for 10 days, and that was so much fun. And then another trip that we took before that, I forget what year it was, maybe 2015. We flew out to Colorado. We had a Army duffel bag that we filled with our backpacking tent, our sleeping bags, like all of our backpacking camp gear, and flew it out in a duffel bag. Got there, rented. I think we had a Toyota 4Runner. And drove like this big circle throughout Colorado. We started in like Boulder and went through the mountains and like hit up Crested Butte because we usually ski there in the winter. And so we were there in the summer, and then came back to Denver and flew home. And that was probably like a week long or 10 days also. And that was a lot of fun. It was
fabulous.
Like, they were all very special trips for us. Yeah. And like we because we were trying to figure out like which one has been our most fun. And I don't think they're special in their own way. So it's like in a way they're kind of like comparing apples to oranges, and you can't.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I know. You guys did a trip that we had done that we absolutely love. And you guys did a little out west trip. The whole South Dakota, know?
Yeah.
Like, come on. That's my favorite view. I love the Badlands.
Yeah. This is fun.
That was cool.
This was like our longest trip that we've all done. This was 17 days.
Come on, right?
11 states.
Ooh.
And so it was, we hit it pretty hard, but yeah, this was really fun because we did it with Jacob. So like his longest trip with us was probably like 4 days. And so we just went all in on 17 days. And so
poor kid's going to learn pretty quick that we're
right?
the wall.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, this was awesome. We, started with just visiting family in Iowa, visiting my brother in Omaha, and then went up through South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming,
Montana. Cut through Montana.
Oh, yeah, I did cut through Montana.
Then hit North Dakota, headed east, Minnesota,
Wisconsin.
I had a college friend that we saw in Wisconsin, and then we ended up we had a family wedding in Wisconsin.
There you go. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Badlands.
This is on the backside, isn't it? You're
this is
on the backside.
Yeah, the backside, like the rustic camping along the power lines.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so gorgeous.
It is so gorgeous and packed, man. Like you read about it and then you get there, and I don't know how they got some of those huge RVs.
I was so impressed. Yes. People had like fifth wheels parked on the edge, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like,
how did you do that?
I don't know how they did it.
A lot of them, but there's no camping in the area. Like that's the problem. There's nowhere
if you don't
to camp in that area.
You don't get into the park.
So yeah, if you're not in the park, so I can see why they do it. I don't know that I would do it. But.
Yeah.
No way. I know.
Then,
I'd do it.
I don't know. But you guys did. I don't know. When we went out the first time with our little overland camper, but not a big fifth wheel or anything like that. I don't think.
No fifth wheel.
But the first time we went out west, we did that. We did like the Badlands, and I absolutely loved it. And did like South Dakota, and then
Black Hills.
I loved it.
Black Hills, Custer National Park.
Yeah. All that stuff, the state park, and then
Needles Highway.
Last year when we went, 2 years ago, we went to Glacier. We had an opportunity to go to North Dakota. Man, Theodore Roosevelt National Park is another one of my favorites. Like crazy.
But it's like, I mean, it's just
there's buffalo everywhere, bison everywhere.
Yeah, there are, especially in the middle of the night when you get up to pee.
Did you have them in your campsite?
25 feet away.
Shut up. Did you guys stay in Cottonwood?
It was in the north.
The north.
Oh, you were in the north section?
Well, we did both. The south was
we had a reservation
at the north because the south was like first come first served. I don't remember what it was, but like they were full, so we went up to the north.
Yeah.
And it was fine. There's not as much to do in the north for traveling and seeing things, so I honestly wouldn't recommend going all the way up there.
Okay.
Not as many roads. So like we went all the way up there, we camped, and you could tell that the bison were kind of around, and we camped around a circle of a big field.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like
in their campground.
Yeah, in the campground. The campground was just a big field. Looks like you play soccer, football, whatever. And she gets up at like 3 a.m. to go to the bathroom.
And there's like a wash house, but I was like, that's kind of a long walk. And I was like, I could just squat right next to the tire.
Sure, 100%.
And I was more worried about somebody walking up behind me with like a flashlight. So I was trying to do my business quickly. And he wakes up. And what did you say?
I was just like, hey, do you know there's a bunch of buffalo right out there?
And
she ran into the camper.
I just pulled up, shut up shop, and like back up into the camper.
Oh no!
I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know if it was like standing right behind me and like ready to like pounce me or
no, but they were close. But no.
So then I got up and I'm looking. I'm like, no, that's a bush. And he's like, no, it's a buffalo. And I kept like looking, and then I was listening, and you could hear him like grunting and snorting.
Yes.
And I was like, holy cow, that's a buffalo. And then in the morning there was big chips left.
Chips everywhere. Yeah,
they were gone.
They were gone. So no, we couldn't get any pictures. It was too dark.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just get one in the morning, and woke up and they were gone.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That is no problem. God.
And then the next day we were driving through the park, there was a bunch of buffalo like crossing the road and like laying right next to the road. And we're like, they are everywhere.
It's cool.
Yeah. We had a friend who did a backpacking trip in Teddy Roosevelt Park, and he actually had to call for help because there was a buffalo.
He was being bullied.
He was being bullied by a buffalo, like one. He would not. It was crazy. He had to call for one of the rangers to come and like get him with a gun. It was crazy.
Escort him out of there because this buffalo would like walk because he was on the edge of a like kind of a
ridgy kind of thing,
ravine kind of an area, but the buffalo wouldn't go down, and he would come up and he'd push his tent and everything.
like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No.
Oh, but yeah, it is on my list for sure.
Yeah, it's so remarkable how the Teddy Roosevelt in the Badlands looks similar but yet different.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. You can tell it's like connected and all created by the same means of how it looks. You're laughing at me because you know how it's made.
Yeah.
I had to Google it, but I got it. Like I majored in geology, as I said, but it's been a very long time since I've really had to like use that part of my brain. And so I was like, I think this and I think this rock. And I was like Googling. I was like, yes, I remember.
You still got it. You got the Jeopardy.
No, actually, my geology degree comes in more handy as we travel. And I'm like, you see those mountains over there? They were formed because of blah, 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 blah.
It's actually pretty cool.
It is actually fun to do that.
Yeah. Oh, you're perfect to have around. Right? You'll be my phone a friend. You know, definitely. And then, so you do nice, awesome trips. We're gone down the rabbit hole of overlanding that we all have. Is it on this 17-hour trip that you're like, hey, we need to create a game? What do you think of this? No.
It was just before that.
It was on It was on our third trip, our third MSO trip that I went on the way down, started writing down questions that I wanted to ask the people on the trip over the radio, because on the second trip, there was a lot more radio chatter than compared to our first trip. And I was like, that was fun. I want to engage people, but I don't know anything about vehicles. I don't know anything about the technical stuff. So my questions were very like, what's your favorite part of your rig? What was your first upgrade? What upgrade do you do you regret? How do you plan a trip? What's your favorite camp food? What's just very easy stuff about overlanding and camping in general. And then he's like, what are you doing? And I explained to him, and I was like, I'm trying to think of more questions. He's like, all right. And he's like, well, don't ask any stupid questions. Like, what's your favorite superhero? You got to keep it like related to camping and overlanding. And I was like, okay, fine. Screw you. And I was like, if a superhero had to be an overlander,
I love you. I'm just saying your right now. I love you.
Screw you.
Oh yeah, you're just a girl.
If you had to take a superhero's car overlanding, like which superhero vehicle would you take or something?
Right.
You know, something silly like that. So we went on the trip and I started asking the questions and we got really great response from everybody on the trip. And I think the thing we saw the most too is like once we got to the campfire at night, because we were on the road for like 8 hours.
Sure.
Like the conversations we had on the road continued to the campfire. And it's like we were entering the campfire as of friends that we have been camping with our whole lives and could pick up these conversations and have like segues of other things. Or like, hey, you said you went on this trip. We did something like that. Oh, you said you did this. You have this kind of career. Oh, you know, and like all these other things that weren't necessarily overlanding, but like connected us. And so it was just a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, you really should make a game out of this. And we're like, no. I'm like, if anything, Jason, I'll give you these questions and you can ask them on your next trip. Like, I don't care. And then we thought about it some more. And then I kind of looked into it and then dropped it because I was like, that's a lot of money and work and whatever. And then like about 6 months later, you're like, you know what? I've been thinking about it. And I think we should really pursue this because and I'll let him talk now, but he has always wanted to own his own business and learn how to do it. And so this was like the perfect opportunity to do that. And
oh, thank you. Oh, the stage is mine. So yeah, it was like we had some money set aside. I called it like for alternative investments. Like if something came up, you know, and I said, let's just use that money to do this for fun. And then I'll get to learn like what it means to run a business, own a business, market something, sales something, you know, like all that stuff.
Social media,
like all that stuff. And so we're like, you know, and then we can carry it around with us in our truck and sell it on trips and, you know, just to have fun with it. And so that's that. We launched it last summer is when we printed a few copies and have just been kind of working at it ever since and kind of building upon it when people start asking us about other games we're going to offer and different things like that. So we're trying to build upon it to just give other things to do at camp.
Yeah. Or on the road.
Or on the road.
Yeah.
Cool. So when can we see you on Shark Tank?
Yeah. No Shark Tank. I don't think we have that great of an idea that we need millions of dollars. So
I think that was part of why I was apprehensive about not doing this initially, because I was like, these things exist. Conversation starter questions exist out there. Like, why do we need to do it? But I realized we don't have one for overlanding. That's specific. And at least the questions we've come up, everything has been geared towards adventuring, overlanding, camping.
Yeah, we use the term adventure in the game. You probably saw it. We didn't say overlanding, even though it's theme.
Because we weren't sure. We didn't want to be that niche with it. But I think as we've gone, I think we're safe that we could focus more on overlanding, and it's
definitely
fine,
Yeah. But I like that it's not all 100% overlanding stuff, because I'm a non-driver. I could care less about the lift or whatever. I mean,
what style muffler bearings you have? I get it.
Some of the other questions, I'm like, those are my questions. You know what I mean? Right. That kind of stuff. But you've done, so we got the game, and I just want to like show everybody. It's in this awesome, this way. Here we go. Plastic container, right? Which is it waterproof?
So it's not quite waterproof, the case. It's pretty good. We have left it out in the rain. I think we left it. What happens is the water pools up around the edge. And so when you open it, some might slide in. But if you open it, you'll see there's some edges around the side as well.
Okay.
Now, I will say what we just got in the mail today, we haven't put on social media, is plastic versions of the same card that are completely waterproof.
Woo!
So we do have some. We're going to have them at More Expo. They will be a little bit more expensive because they are more expensive. They're fully plastic. They're the same like thickness. They feel the same, but they're 100% plastic. So we will have some as an option starting. We bought a small number just to kind of see if people like them and if they're willing to pay a little bit more, because
I feel like you're going to see that. And then this is that Overland the Red, right? Mm-hmm. So you were like, hey, we need to get a banner. We need to like, what are we doing here?
That's right.
So that's fun.
Yeah. So this was like our first like event. I mean, we went with Mountain State Overland. We did a couple things, but this is like our first
radio chatter event.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. We met a lot of really nice people, and Cindy was awesome, and she still is awesome.
She's listening.
Yeah.
So
hey,
make
Cindy.
Sure you say good stuff.
Yeah.
They're in there.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
And then I mean, I've seen some of the video where you're like, you're chatting back and forth with questions. People are passing by.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's cool. But the first thing when I saw you guys and I saw the radio chatter so I'm a marketer. Like that's just how my brain is wired. And I know it's crazy. Not crazy. It's just wired that way, honey.
Oh.
But first thing when I saw the packaging, I was like, oh, there's the radio. And you guys have a partnership. Yeah.
So Midland is a strong partner of ours.
Yeah.
They've been supportive, like right from the beginning. We got connected to them. Just like, hey, we created a product that we use your radios. We play the game over your radios. If you didn't have the radios, we wouldn't have a game. And they're like, hey, this gives a different use for the radios.
Yes.
This is like a really good match. So they've been like a strong supporter of us. And so we got a lot of things in the works we're working with them on. So
congratulations on that. And I feel like all those things they just occur naturally. It's just like they said, it's a natural fit. That just kind of work. It's not forced.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's really, really, really awesome. So excited for that. Yeah. And fun fact, I'm not allowed to touch the radio.
That's a fact.
I am not allowed. I reached it. I'm like, breaker 19. He's like, we're not on channel 19.
I mean, now you have approved questions you can ask.
Yeah.
This is really why we did this. I've never told anyone this. We did this so she would have approved things she could say over the radio. No, that's not true. I'm just kidding.
You got the look. I love it.
No, I tell her she's got to have a valid driver's license to operate the radio.
Like, whatever. Okay, so we picked out some cards. Okay. And so we went on our way home from Wisconsin first. We played the game with each other, just kind of back and forth, and we're just like, hey, we know these answers. It's all good. So we randomly, picked a few cards out that we'll say out loud, and then whoever's in the chat, they can say their answer to. And there's one question I still don't have an answer to.
Ooh.
Which we'll save that to the very end.
Yeah.
And okay, so you ready?
Yep.
And then we'll do ours, you do ours. What is your favorite camp activity?
I think for me, it's actually at Overland the Red. We went and we didn't wheel that day and we didn't have our son. So I took a nap and it was amazing.
Oh, hey.
Napping made the list. I love it. I love it.
No, I was just so nice. It was like a beautiful fall day and the wind was, nice breeze. But I think like, honestly, like I just like getting there and cracking open a cold beer and hanging out and just
awesome
hanging out with people.
Love it.
Or like a hot day sitting in the river.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I always keep a Frisbee and a football in the truck.
Ooh,
I don't like, I think it's because it's different and it's unique. We don't always do it, but like when we like that the West Virginia picture you showed, when it's not windy, that's a great spot for that. Like,
man,
get out there wide open.
Oh yeah.
So it's especially a Frisbee, just so effortless. Like sometimes the football, that's a little much on the older shoulder.
Sure. What about you, honey?
I like setting up my bar and cooking.
Yeah, there you go. I'm the same as super good. I'm a campfire girl. Bring on the campfire. That is my favorite for sure. All right, you pick one, or do you have one for us?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, we'll get one.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
We're not ready. Sorry.
No, we're ready.
Oh, you're totally ready. You're ready.
We're always ready.
You're in your head.
Would you rather have a scenic journey or a scenic destination?
Ugh.
It has to be one.
Yeah.
Scenic journey.
I'm the destination.
So why are you the journey and why are you the destination? You gotta have a why. We don't have why on our questions for saving space, but you gotta always say why.
He's really bossy with playing games. So,
I like to see different things along the way because you know what you're going to go see at the destination, but you don't know what you're going to see along the way.
That's true.
So you might come across some cool stuff. I mean, she likes to look up, roadside attractions.
I do.
The biggest ball of yarn.
I do. I love that
biggest
stuff. Yeah.
Bra or
see?
Corkscrew. What else have we seen? Fish.
I don't know. What crazy stuff. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's been.
Have you stopped at the world's biggest rest area in Iowa? Like, was it Iowa 65 or something?
Oh, I haven't been there yet.
No, not yet.
That's fun.
That's huge.
Ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Massive,
I love it. Yeah, mine is definitely the destination, and it's because it's not because I know what's going to be there. It's just that I just know it's kind of like the after the end of the day, you know. That's what I feel like. So, yep.
Put that aside so we don't pick it again.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you pick it?
I'm picking.
Okay.
What camping problem has yet to be solved?
Peeing with bison.
I was going to say peeing on the side of the.
That is not a problem.
Yes, it is.
No,
so
she said with bison.
Oh, well, that too. But no,
Yeah,
I was going to say when you went back to that picture of us in the Badlands, there was like campers to the right of us. There was campers to the left. And I was like, okay, I'll pee behind the truck. And then somebody came and camped behind us. And he's like, here, you want something to drink? And I was like, no. And he's
not
like, why?
Until 10 p.m.
And I was like, not until it's dark out. I can't pee until it's dark out. So we had to like makeshift something. And then he's like, we probably should get, I mean, because there's been trees or
in the woods
facilities or options, but we were able to rig something together. But it became very clear that was something we were lacking.
Okay, I love it. All right, your turn. Pick a card. And then you answer.
You pick it. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
What is the best advice that you have received?
Oh, brother.
Don't get stuck.
That's hard. I'm gonna say it's be safe first. You even just said, you're taking the your wilderness first aid, you're learning some, recovery kind of stuff or whatever. I think that's probably some of the best advice I've had. Be safe.
I think mine, because this was a good one I learned last year, is like when you're spotting someone to constantly talk to them. Like you forget that they're trusting you. So like you see everything's fine and you're just like driver. And then they go driver and then they're like, well, what do you do? So it's like, you're just constantly talking. And then they're building confidence in you. You're, like it's a back and forth. Even if it's just keep going. You're just constantly talking. So that was good for me to remember what it's like to be the driver.
Okay. I love it.
Cool.
All right. It's for you guys. What has been we already answered it.
What?
No. What's your favorite camp meal?
Ooh, Rice Krispie treats.
Oh. Do you make them at camp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Love it.
I figured out. Yeah. Those are my favorite. It's not really a meal, but that's my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what mine is. We made these questions. We've thought about them so much.
I know, right?
Well, and also like I am always trying to think of like what cool meal can we make at camp. I think that's that. Okay, so this is I realized he went on this trip last week and they have to like make a meal. And he's like, oh, should I do? And I was like, this is where I finally get to shine and give my advice and teach him because I handle all the meals because I like to cook and I like to take something that seems like crazy to make out camping and figure out how to make it while we're camping.
Love it.
And so I was like, okay, what would be good and trying to think through it. So because of that, we're always making different things. So it's hard to say like, what is our favorite?
Yeah. I do like when we do the salsa chicken tacos.
Yeah.
We do them in the Instant Pot the night before we go, and we'll eat them right when we get to camp. So, like, it's a good meal, and, it's very quick because
it's ready to go.
That's true. Yeah. We do a lot of, like, prepping ahead.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's awesome. Actually, Tangent said one of the things that he likes to do before the trip is make sure your water filter works. Yeah. There you go.
Make sure I learned the hard way a few weeks ago when I went down to West Virginia. It was snowing. Make sure you hooked up your propane tank before it snows like 6 inches and freezes over.
Right.
And then I was like, and at this case, you could check out the video. It's pretty fun. We did like a cooking competition. And so the timer started and my propane's not working. I don't know why. And it's covered in snow. And then I realized I never hooked it up. So I only lost a few minutes, but that was like, let's make sure the propane's hooked up.
Blame your horrible meal on the propane.
Yeah, that was an awful meal. I should have been kicked off.
Sheesh. Okay, ask one. I got another one back for you.
Okay.
All right.
And then
what piece?
Ooh, this is a great one.
What piece or pieces of gear do you and your travel partner have opposing views on?
We had a hard time answering that one together because we both kind of looked. We're like, because I'm gonna say we usually agree.
Mostly.
Because we're like, everything has a spot, right? Everything has a reason for being there. There's one thing I don't think that we need that John absolutely loves, and he has this flamethrower torch thing that his propane thing goes on. Yeah. I feel like it's not necessary.
A little overkill, maybe.
I mean, we start most of our fires with Mickwicks, but I
was gonna say, doesn't that go against Mickwicks?
So it's this little propane flamethrower that you hook the little Coleman bottles up to, man, and you can. Geesh. I could throw a flame probably about 3 feet. We probably don't need it, but it's a conversation starter. Oh yeah. Like, you want a fire? And it's like, here's it's like the afterburner kicking in.
Is that the Elon Musk one, or is it something different?
Oh, this is totally different. This is just a cheap little thing on Amazon.
I'm on Amazon, yeah.
I saw it on one of our homesteading channels that we watch.
Funny.
They're starting their stove, wood stove up, and I was like, I want that. All right, here's this, and then it's going to be the segue into some questions that I have. Right here. No, this one first. I want to end with that one because I don't know the answer to that. What do you do when you're not on an adventure?
I don't think you can't count our W-2 jobs. Like we work a lot as a kid, but like
W-2 jobs.
The ones that pay the bills.
Yeah, I know.
I think one thing that we really like to do is we'll take weekend trips and go to Detroit.
Yeah.
We live about 20 minutes outside of Detroit, but we'll have a grandparent watch our son, and then we'll go to Detroit for the weekend and get a hotel and walk around the city and eat at all the different restaurants and try out the different bars and just
nice.
We've gone in the winter time around Christmas time, so they had a lot of Christmas pop-up shops, and then we went at
the city's picking it lately.
It's a lot of fun, and you get to see it at a different level and just find little gems. That's always been fun for us.
It is fun to do that too. I know that you guys also, I saw that you were brewing beer. You were like roasting coffee beans.
He's a serial hobbyist.
Yeah. Well, and you had a book about being a hobby person, but not only that, you're into photography. Like that's a big integral part of what we do too, right? Like the drone and all the night shots and everything. So add all that to the list, right?
Yep. So, and I think I like to mountain bike. That's the hobby I have. That's crosses over a little bit, but
it does. Do you take your bikes with you when you guys go? Like, do you have a rack?
We have not. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have yet. I've hauled it with the truck, but I'm not. Oh, we went camping. We went camping one time. We went to a state park with your dad, and I met someone up and went mountain biking.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I don't mountain bike. I'm afraid of falling off the bike.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't need to jump over tree trunks.
I don't know because I was telling him that I wanted to get a bike. Oh, that's what I wanted for my birthday this year, a bike.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, get a bike. Do it. Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, do you think you'd ever mountain bike?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like, I'm so afraid of falling and hurting myself."
100%. Yeah.
Our bikes are used for brewery tours.
We do that.
Yeah. Like I probably more of like a beachcomber type or just something to get around town.
We do that for sure.
They're just I don't know.
Right.
Like cross tracks or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
What is Search for Sasquatch?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a company, Blue Ridge Overland Gear out of Virginia. They make really great bags. And they started this thing called Search for Sasquatch, and they were hiding a patch around in different zones around the country. So like 8 different zones. So we're the Great Lakes region. Yeah. And whoever found the patch would get a bunch of Blue Ridge Overland Gear stuff. Ooh. And so they reached out to us to hide the patch in the Great Lakes region. So as far as we know, it has still not been found yet. It is at Fossil Ledge on Drummond Island. We put the exact GPS coordinates. We have a video where it is, and it was hidden in September. And as far as we know, no one has picked it up yet. So if we make it to Drummond Island again this year, I'm going to go back and see if I can find it myself.
That is awesome.
Oh, we got it. Well, we need to find this.
I just wrote it down. I love it.
Yeah, you can our video has, I think in the post or in the video, one of the two, it has the actual GPS coordinates. And then if you watch the video, you watch Bethany put it in this little cave thing. Now, granted, we did put some rocks after we filmed. We put some rocks on it so it wouldn't blow away. But we had somebody tell us they looked and couldn't find it. I can't believe it blew away. It's possible that someone found it and like a kid or something and
didn't know what it was or whatever. Okay.
Even there's instructions with it, like it's in a bag. There's instructions that say reach out to Blue Ridge. But I think of the 8 that were hidden last year, 2 have not been found yet. Ours is one of them.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
we're going.
I know, and I feel like you should do like a little revisit on that. You know,
yeah. Once in a while, I throw it up there, but like. Yeah, we just need to go up. I want to go back up there soon. I just need to go up there and look for it.
Okay.
It's only 6
hours.
That's
fun. So we're backpackers too, right? Like we love getting out, we love hitting the trail. And last year I got a trail name. So I got a trail name and my trail name is Tink. And John gave me that. It was a great little reason for that. You're known as something. Who's Vanilla Paul?
Oh man, social media.
What is this?
So last year
2 years ago, not last year, 2 years ago.
Okay, 2 years ago. Paul and some friends went down to the Daniel Boone byway
Kentucky
to wheel. And it was over Veterans Day weekend, and it also was over Paul's birthday. And he's like, I don't want to make, I was like, well, are you going to go and celebrate? He's like, I'm not going to tell the guys it's my birthday. I don't want to make a big deal out of it. And I was like, okay. So I saw his friends like at Adventure X Fest, and they were talking about this trip. And when Paul was out of earshot, I was like, it's his birthday, right? And they're like, what? And I said, like, you guys should make a big deal. And they're like, absolutely. So I was trying to figure out what can I do. And I saw this and I was like, that's what it is. I'm going to make air fresheners and find like the most ridiculous picture of him. And so I had them printed out. I sent them to our friend Eric, who joined the trip, and then Eric passed them out. And then I think another friend brought you a tiara and like a sash.
A little birthday princess sash.
That was like fit for a little girl, so it barely like went over
Perfect.
her shoulders.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
So yeah,
Dial it up.
everybody got an air freshener, and then our friend Sam named it Vanilla Paul.
Vanilla Paul. That's
They're
it.
really good.
They're really good.
Oh, are they?
Really good.
I just threw it away after like a year and some.
Yeah.
I love it. You can give that, honey.
And it's the worst picture of me, of
Yeah, I know.
course.
That was the best.
It has to be.
It has to be.
Come on. And Vanilla Paul, that's it. When I was like, I saw that, I was, what the heck is that? And I'm like, oh, geez, there's a story with that. I love it. I love it. I love it. These are awesome, for one.
Thank you.
And like you
Yeah,
said,
totally.
it's not
I
even
mean-
just over the radio. Like, and I know that when we first connected, you were like, you guys ask a lot of the same kind of questions.
Yep.
And we do that on the show. We have them all kind of
Yep.
intermittent in here too. And it's such a, an icebreaker, or it's to get to know more about somebody around the campfire or
Mhm.
whatever you're doing with them. And these are awesome. So first of all, how does everybody get one?
Yep.
How do you reach out to you guys?
Yep. So to get one, just go to our website, radiochattergame.com. There you can purchase it on our website, game.com. Yep. We'll take sponsors. If someone wants to help us buy radiochatter.com, it's super expensive. So if someone wants to pay for it and have their name on the website,
Taken.
it's a squatter that's just sitting on it and it has it up on a bidding site. Right? So
Yep.
we don't have that. We don't want to spend that kind of money.
Nope.
But radiochattergame.com. That is where we're selling it. We used to be on like Facebook and Instagram Marketplace, but Meta is a piece of junk. And so I'm sick and tired of dealing with them and them keeping my money. And so we shut the store down. So our website, if you're out in Texas, CB Adventure Supply carries them. OK Four-Wheel Drive in New Jersey carries them. And I'm not sure if Windrock has any more. They bought some off of us, but I don't know if they have any in stock.
Okay.
But
so,
our website is the place to go.
Yeah.
And then do you post them out to everybody? Is that what you guys do?
Do we do what?
Oh yeah, we mail them out.
We mail them. Yep. So that's why you got the letter from our son. So he's we engage him. He writes the letter. We send him out. And,
he takes and we pay him. We go to the post office and he puts them in the bin.
Yeah.
So
and then we'll be at More Expo this in about a month. So we'll be at the Midland booth. We're excited to be partnered with them. So we'll have to be at the Midland booth.
Okay.
We'll have our product there. We're going to have shirts, hats, patches, and then stickers. We got a new expansion pack that we have not announced yet that will be for sale. And we're going to have 3 new prototype games for people to play.
Okay.
Again, we have not announced what the games are yet. But we will have 3 there at the campsites. We'll be at the Northology camp. And so we'll be there with them. We'll have it to play to get people's feedback and see if people like them. They're not conversation starter games. They are card-based games. They are similar to games that we all know and love, but they're all overlanding and off-roading themed. And we're going to get some people's feedback.
Okay.
And then we'll have this. So we can't say what's in it, but this is called the Gear Hauler. This is it's a case. There's an expansion pack in here. This is our case for future expansion packs.
Okay.
We're going to start releasing about 15 to 18 card expansion packs. We got one in here. And then you can kind of collect the expansion packs, keep it in this nice tin case.
Gear hauler.
And it's the gear hauler for the extra stuff.
I love it.
The little
trailer
gear hauler.
Right. And then you had a friend who did the graphics for this.
Yep, he did all the original graphics.
I love it.
Except for the little gear hauler. Well, I have yet to tell him that I manipulated his drawing because he did all of our graphics and then he got really tied up in some other stuff and we really needed this. And I was like, I think I can do this. And so I drew the little trailer and it turned out okay.
Hey, that works.
Yeah, but yeah, our friend John, he does like all the graphics for Mountain State Overland. We got connected to him. He's very talented and does the types of graphics we like that visual style. Like we love his style.
Yeah,
totally resonates with everybody. I love it. I think it's absolutely cool. We had fun playing, like I said, and we're excited to share it out. You know, you guys have been fun.
Thank you.
Like, holy moly, this has gone
Really
quick
enjoyed
again.
our time.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Yeah.
all you've done a crazy amount of research, man.
Yeah.
I gotta watch what I put on social media now.
Yeah, I already know your grade 2 teacher's name.
If you ask me,
I am a crazy
she's
researcher.
a PI.
I'm a sleuth.
That's awesome.
I'm
That's
a
awesome.
sleuth.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just how I'm wired. I just like to get to know people, and it's in a positive way. Like, it's all good. And I thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
the quote you had at the beginning, that is a song by the band In Flames.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a Swedish heavy metal band. So that my personal Instagram is Take No Space. And that's where I got the idea. It was from, their song lyrics. Yeah.
I saw it on one of your Instagram things, and I was like, oh man, I love that. That was so cool. So there you go. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right.
I have one more question.
Here's the everybody answer. Everybody in the chat, everybody answer. You ready?
If you could go on a road trip with any famous person, who would it be?
Yeah, I know mine. Dave Grohl.
Oh, okay.
Is he a comedian?
No, he's a Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters and drummer of Nirvana.
Oh yeah. Now I don't.
It seems like an amazing guy with like incredible stories, but isn't like too crazy of a rocker. Like, you'd be afraid to have travel with him. Like, there's some people it's like, what are you bringing along with you?
Am I gonna get?
Yeah.
Okay. Bethany, what about you?
Oh, I should have like I think going with the musician route, I think I would really like to hang out with Pink, the musician Pink. I think
she'd be cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And she's strong too. That chick is strong.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's
if you
cool.
do that, I'm bringing Dallas Green.
And then they can sit around the campfire and sing.
They did an album together. He's awesome as well. He's a fellow Canadian. And so that would be amazing. Then they could do
right on. Who was yours, honey?
Shit, I can't remember.
You said somebody, and I can't think.
I did?
Yeah.
And see, I think I would want to make sure that
it's like, even though they might be really cool or hot or interesting,
are they going to be wimpy?
Are they going to be like, can they do a road trip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are they going to bring good snacks?
Or that's true too. Oh, here you go.
Well, if that's going to be the case, I'd probably bring like Giada or freaking
or maybe Bobby Flay or something.
Bobby Flay.
Here you go. Super good. Heavy metal totally fits with the backcountry dude. Dave Grohl would be awesome. He's a serious bar. There you go.
That's a great point. He could bring some killer.
If I was going to go, if we're going to go with the rock theme, I would probably bring Sammy Hagar.
Okay.
Oh, bring the tequila. Let's go.
That's right. I'd bring the rocker, man.
I don't have an answer.
Done a lot of stuff. Or Ted Nugent.
I will. The next time we meet up, I will have my answer.
You have.
So I think we've done it
from the Tragically Hip.
I would not. No, I wouldn't. No.
I think our number one person is Keanu Reeves that people tell us. That's our number one. Keanu Reeves.
Wow.
He's I mean, I watched a lot of his interviews and stuff like that, and you'd never think of, his persona in movies he's done and stuff like that, and how he actually is.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, you say the word motorcycle around him.
Yeah, Dallas Green, City in Color. This guy.
That dude geeks out, man.
Yeah, I love it.
He loves. I mean, he's designed a custom built. I can't remember what company it was with. Out somewhere in California. No idea. But yeah, really cool motorcycles.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I mean, road trips, it'd be different. You'd probably pick like David Bowie.
He's dead. I don't know. I really don't know.
You can bring someone back to life. Why not?
Yeah.
It's your game.
They're just not. I mean, there's no hard rule with.
And there's no right or wrong. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Exactly. I just don't know. I really don't know. That was the only question. Like, I don't have the answer to. And I think there'd be just different ones for different reasons. Like, I would love to maybe go with someone who's an artist who would see the landscape.
Who's that one smart NASA dude?
Neil deGrasse.
Neil deGrasse.
Yeah.
He's pretty smarty pants.
There's that gentleman, and who's the one that does like?
He'd be like, look at all the Starlink.
He knows everything about like space, time continuum. And
all yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Bill Nye. There you go. You can do Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Oh my gosh! There you go. Super good. It's got Neil Peart in the house now from Rush. Love it. I love it.
No, I would probably pick Cliff Jacobson.
Oh, there you go.
That dude's like a mountain of knowledge
There
when it
you
comes
go.
anything to camping, paddling.
He was a world famous canoeist, and he is
dude
outstanding.
Could talk forever.
And he's got some great tips to share with. That is true. I do love that. Well done, honey. That's awesome. Well, everybody, make sure you go hang out and check out Radio Chatter Game. Right? And it's $20, right?
Correct. $20.
Come on. Everybody got a cool 20. Let's go. Right? That is the best.
And for you Canadians, it's probably about $60.
Yeah. Just tell me how many you want and I'll bring them over the border next time I go. It's all good. No problem.
We'll
no problem. Right? We'll hook you up. Exactly. No, we love that. So thank you so much for hanging out.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Absolutely. So don't go anywhere though.
Yeah, we're gonna drop it down. We'll do a little outro here.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Yeah, take care.
Bye.
Yep.
He said, LOL, Johnny. I know it's so expensive back home, honey.
Come on, Tim, your freaking dashboard would be beat to snot, man. He'd be like beating Neil Peart, man.
I know that was good.
You'd have to like bring like a SUV or not an SUV, like a Suburban, so you could put the drum set in the back.
Maybe, right? You can give a little toy one or something. Who knows? Super fun chat.
Oh yeah, this is a fun game.
This is great.
So yeah, the chat on the radio and stuff like that. So yeah. Looking forward to it this summer.
Oh, 100%. No, this is the gear list. This is going to be in the gearbox. Do you know what I mean? Has to be there. And hopefully I get to touch the radio one day. That'd be really nice.
No.
But everybody, please go check them out because they're really awesome. At least go follow them on Instagram, see what they got going on, and watch for the new expansion pack. So that's kind of cool.
Right.
They said they sell them in Texas because I'm Texas in the house. So that's kind of fun.
Tangent.
As well as they're going to be at more expo. I think it's the second weekend or third weekend in April. So I think about a month out, they said. So that's kind of fun as well. Right?
We will not be there.
We will not be there. It's just not going to work out in our favor again this April.
We got too much other stuff.
We have other things on the go, but it's that's okay. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Well, thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Another Thursday night in the books. Mm-hmm. We have a
thank you again to Mickwick. Oh, wrong side.
I know. We got it this way.
To the left.
Right, which is
all right.
fun.
No comments on that.
I know. Next show is May 28th. We never tell you who's going to be on the show until the Monday of that week. It's a dually. It's fun. It's fun. We got things coming up again. So excited for that.
Yeah.
And
this will be a fun one.
They're all fun. It's just amazing getting to know people. This couple we do know. So we're gonna, see what else we can dig up on these two. It'll be kind of great too. So I love that. And
there's some dirt back there.
There is. And like we said kind of earlier in the show that watch for the next video on our journey to buying property in the UP.
Spit it out.
For some reason I can't say that. Anyway,
I
know. So thanks again for hanging out. Everybody enjoy their trips. We had a few people chatting in the chat that are going on some trips. So Tangent, be safe. You and Eli have a good time. I know.
Thanks, Tim.
Doc was heading out to the White, so have hopefully a great trip there.
Tangent,
and nice to see everybody.
Okechinoe.
He's going to the Wachita. So that's on my list too, honey. Yeah, that's right.
Wachita.
That's right. It's all good.
I like matcha.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
On that note, we'll see you on the next quest.
You got it.
Peace out, Cub
all right.
Scouts.
Night.